What's good, everybody? Once again, this is SilentMode, maker, artist, and LEGO Enthusiast, and I want to thank you guys for joining me once again today. It's been an interesting day, and I really appreciate your patronage. So, by popular demand, as the description of this live stream mentions, I'm back with some more ZURU MAX builds, and as I said earlier, I went to the supermarket, got there just in time, and managed to find everything I wanted to get. Yes, I should do that first. Shout out to everybody in the chat currently. We have Cosmic Brick Studios, we've got Alexandria, and we have Kathy, aka Kathamilly. Hope you guys are doing all right, and again, thank you for joining. All right, so yeah, I'll do that first. As is customary, hope you guys are doing all right and better than me. Certainly better than me. I'm a little bit full at the moment. I have cooked myself some dinner, and I've been rather naughty. I've had some sweets earlier today, a few more sweets than I probably should have had. And I'm feeling a little bit full, but not terribly full. Anyway, these are the sets that I managed to get. So I have completed the set, and just checking, we got the bookshelf with this book here. Yeah, Cosmic Bricks mentioned he was making himself a pizza earlier. What kind of pizza, by the way? I forgot to ask. But anyway, we have the bookshelf, which is my second most favorite of the builds from what I could see. Haven't built it yet, of course. We have the toaster, which is the one that has the most parts. It's one slight disadvantage because these are spheres. They don't sit on the table that well. And then last but not least, the coffee machine, which has the second least number of parts in the series. So I got time to build one of these tonight. Oh, and in case Never Too Old is happening to be watching, I found this as well. This was the absolute last one in the store. But if I understood him correctly, this was the one he was after. Don't tell him though. He's actually got to be live to see this. Anyway, I'll let you guys decide. So I've got time to build just one of these tonight. Which one do you want me to build? We've got the coffee machine or espresso machine. We have the toaster. And we have the bookcase. Well, Alexandria says the pizza. I don't know, should I build the pizza without Never Too Old being present? Maybe somebody should tell him. Bouquet. Oh, you actually said toaster, okay. And I believe Cosmic Brick says toaster as well. Okay, so we're going to do the toaster. Why not? Now, there was a joke that I thought about earlier today where something about begging for the balls, but I'm not going to do that right now because it's too late for that. It's not going to land. And I've had a rather bad experience with jokes not landing recently. So let's just get right into this. But yeah, not so long ago it was all about blue balls. Now we got golden balls. And these are still quite tricky to open, but we've got it just about. Now this one I don't think is going to light up. I can't see how it would light up, but I think it's got some kind of mechanism in it to where the toast will pop out of the machine. Gotta be careful there, I almost broke the knife. Alright, there we go. Now, before I continue, let's put on some music again. Just have a little music playing in the background. There we go. Just to keep things a little bit interesting. Alright. Hope you guys are looking forward to the week ahead. I have absolutely no idea what's going to materialize, except I'm looking forward to a Thanksgiving dinner or a Thanksgiving feast later in the week. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be some other stuff happening too. Also hoping that I get at least the first part of my Lego order this week. Although I have to wait for everything to arrive before I can show you guys what it is, because it's going to be a rather interesting one, I think. Anyway, let's get to building this. Oh, another sticker. This is what it looks like, and it was hiding in the instructions again. So I guess it's the dial on the toaster. Why couldn't they just print it? I have no idea. Oops. Yeah, rumor has it that Alexandria hates stickers. As a matter of fact, if my memory serves me right, there was a song about that, and they just happened to mention Alexandria. It could be the same person. I have no idea. It kind of sounded a little bit like this. I am expecting a parcel. Okay, for full disclosure, I placed an order on the LEGO website for a few sets, mostly using insider points to pay for them. I've also got an order from what I call the other site. I think that's about it in terms of Lego. What do you mean cosmic bricks? What is it that you've done? Oh, I see. Congratulations on the views. There it is, hiding there. That is excellent. Personally, I think a short has to get at least 1,000 views in order to be successful. That's just me though. And the likes is that's awesome as well. tell this is going to be quite a big model, actually, a lot bigger than it appears on the excuse me, on the packaging. Kind of the opposite to a Lego set. I don't know if you guys find that as well, but Lego sets tend to be a lot smaller than they suggest on the packaging. And this, in the case of this series, in the case of the ZURU MAX sets, they at least appear to be larger. Yeah, I thought it'd be tiny as well, but they are actually substantial. A couple of these. What's up, JDP in the house? How you doing, sir? We're doing some construction debauchery, although you know a few things about that, don't you? Because you've been building some third-party sets recently. I'm doing alright, thanks, JDP. Good to hear that you're doing alright. So yeah, for those who just joined us, it was requested after building this lampshade from the same series, which actually has working lights, which I think is awesome, to get the remainder of the sets in this series, of which there are 4 in total. And we are starting proceedings with the toaster. I think that's the only one I'm going to do tonight, because these do take quite a bit of time to put together, and I don't want to bore anybody. Showers are good. I have a shower maybe once or twice a year. I was waiting to see how long it would take you guys to catch that. No, not really. I do shower a lot more frequently than that. I'll tell you what though, having hot water makes all the difference. I can't tell you how difficult it is doing anything when you don't have heating. So JDP knew a guy who only showered once a month. I'm assuming you didn't know him for very long. I have to be absolutely honest though, if I could get away with showering just once a month but not smelling bad, I probably would, because I don't like getting wet. But no, it is definitely important to stay clean. Okay, looks like we're building some kind of mechanism now. This is where the Technic pieces come in handy. Okay, so Owen showers twice a day. I'm not sure how we got into this subject, but yeah, it is important to stay clean. Yeah, oh man, You can't see it right now, but I'm cringing just thinking about that. Some people just do us a great disservice not handling that hygiene. Excuse the alliteration. It's particularly noticeable if you use public transport sometimes. There are people who see fit to there are people who basically see fit to go out in public and they're not homeless or anything, but they just stink to high heaven. Okay, 2 of these. Couple of those, and I guess they fit just like this, although we've got a coupling here. Alright, this must be the lever for the toaster. Got a lever here. Then we've got a couple of bricks, Technic bricks, then go onto this tile. And we essentially have a lever. Oh, okay, apologies for that. I actually don't know how bad the adverts are, and I guess that puts people off. So I think for the next live stream, I'm going to have to adjust the settings. If you okay, that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. But hopefully you guys are sticking with me. I really appreciate it. This is the mechanism that we have, and that, I guess this is responsible for raising and lowering the toast. You see, I can't figure these things out. I was never really a science person. Anyway, we're continuing to build this up. Yeah, I guess that's one thing I would say to people. Okay, that's actually cool that an Argos and a Smith's advert was displayed. At least it's relevant. But yeah, one thing I would say to people is it's nice to have the luxuries of displaying ads and maybe earning ad revenue, but the stream, the videos, they still got to be enjoyable to watch. Because by far the most important thing is to have people coming back. That's purely my opinion anyway. Right, I like the use of panels for building the wall rather than just using bricks. It also makes the model that little bit lighter as well. Just put this here for the time being. Oh yes, make sure you check out Cosmic Bricks Studios stream tonight. I think it's tonight, right? He's going to be testing his vertical format live stream, which I think is a rather nice addition. And I think that's purely through Streamlabs, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, folks, there's going to be quite a bit of activity in the next couple of weeks or so, both with the upcoming orders for stuff that I'm planning to build, and also obviously December with the advent calendars and everything. I've got hopefully before the end of the month, I've got the next episode of the Gumball Advent Calendar project coming up. Oh yes, mark on your calendars as well, December the 13th, which is an unofficial Do Your Thing Day. I have a somewhat special announcement on that day as well. I've literally just decided this week. Actually, December the 13th is a Saturday, so I don't know, it'll probably be a pre-recorded video or something. But I think it's about the right time of year to make an announcement of some kind. So I've got some indicator lights here, using some transparent plates. Looks just like that. I am really impressed with these sets because they do look small, but they are substantial builds. I've probably said that before. What's up, Phil Bricks? Thank you for stopping by, man. Hope you're doing all right. So we're building one of the ZURU MAX home sets this time. This is the toaster as requested by Alexandria. So you've got to build two of these things now. I'm not quite sure what they are, but I guess I'll be reminded. Okay, so Cosmic Bricks is on Galaxy Squad now. He's got all the Alien Conquest sets. Now it's Galaxy Squad. So Phil Bricks, I'm guessing you've built all the ZURU MAX sets. Which one's your favorites? Okay, I'm not sure if I'm meant to use... Okay, we've got some very similar colored tiles here. The one on top is orange, the bottom one is medium nougat color, and I can't tell which one to use. Because there's two each of them. Hey, never too old, how are you doing, sir? Glad to see you. Alright, I'm gonna guess that well, it doesn't really indicate which one. I'm gonna use the orange one in this case. Doesn't help that they're very similar colors. I am doing alright, thanks. I had a rather hearty home-cooked meal earlier, so I'm a little bit bloated, but it is all good. Whoops. I'll show Never Too Old what I have after I'm done here. Don't ruin the surprise. But yes, at the moment I'm building the toaster from the ZURU MAX home series. Is it this way? Okay, it goes on top here, and I guess these stick here, and likewise here. Cool. Starting to come together. I think it's going to be a very interesting week this week, and I have absolutely no idea why, no reasoning for any of it, but I think things are going to be really interesting. I'll see you later, Cosmic Bricks. Hope you have a good meditation. Okay, so I guess I chose right with these orange tiles, because I guess they represent heating elements inside the toaster, which makes a lot of sense actually, because it's a toaster and the toaster's brown for most people. Sometimes it's black. Hopefully it's not black. Alright, so it looks like we finished building the toaster itself. But yeah, have a good meditation, Cosmic Bricks. It is nice to have golden toast, isn't it? So now we're making the slices of bread. But yeah, I actually had absolutely no idea what the ad situation was like. And as I was saying earlier, it's nice to have the luxury of having ads on your videos, but at the end of the day, you've got to have a comfortable and enjoyable experience for your viewers, because you want them to come back. Eggs in the baskets. It sounds familiar, but I'm actually uncertain as to what that is. Okay, you probably have an ad blocker as I do. That's cool too. There we go, we got 2 slices of bread, no butter. And I have to admit, once upon a time when I was really young, I wanted to save time, so I put butter on the bread before I toasted it in a toaster, and fortunately nothing particularly bad happened because somebody stopped me before I went any further. But it was a lesson in doing things the right way. Oh, I see. Yes, I know that as egg in toast. Alright. So yeah, the toast obviously goes into the toaster like this, and then the very last thing is, yeah, that's the very last thing, adding this dial to the front of the toaster. We have another single sticker here that goes on this tile, but I'm not going to use it. And this simply sits here, and that's it. Couple of spare parts in this set, literally just those 2. But this is the toaster. Obviously it doesn't light up, but it's got that mechanism. That's pretty cool. Thank you for stopping by anyway, Fulham Bricks. You pretty much reached the end of the live stream anyway, but glad you could make it, and hope your daughter's alright as well. It's a nice little play feature here. I still greatly preferred the lamp though, because it's far more practical. But that is the toaster. Now, as I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the live stream, I went to the supermarket and I was able to get all the other ZURU MAX sets, including the espresso machine and the bookcase. This one is noticeably heavier. It's got the most pieces out of all the sets. And Never Too Old mentioned the pizza set that he wished he could get. I managed to get the very last one, and this literally was the very last one. I think this is what you meant anyway, but here it is. So I think I'm going to build this one at some other time. So there you have it, folks. We got, at the moment, we got the lamp and we got the toaster. So just thinking now, maybe I do have time for one more build. What do you guys think? I don't want to step on anybody else's toes if somebody else is streaming. I think I've got enough energy in the tank for one more build. Or maybe I should call things a night and get on with some other stuff. Okay, just for Mr. Never Too Old, I may as well get the pizza build out the way. Yeah, as I said, very lucky because this was literally the last copy available in the supermarket. They were down to their very last selection of these sets. Actually, there are only a couple of retro builds left. They had plenty of the sushi ones left, and then a few of the snacks. So in the series, there's donuts, there's a burger, there's a milkshake. They even had some sushi in this series as well. What am I going to do with all these balls? Pause. Now, I don't think this one has any stickers, thankfully. Okay, this is interesting. I guess these resemble the Lord of the Rings rings. This is an interesting way to do it. I'm gonna guess that these resemble olives or something like that. Giant Lego gumball machine. Oh right, with those. Well, I'd have a hard time fitting it anywhere, really. Pause. That's one. There's definitely that's definitely a good use for it, though. Good use for those pieces. That would be a heck of a project, though. Maybe if I'm successful with the one that I have going on right now, that's a possibility. Alright, so it looks like we're going to make use of some hinge pieces to give the impression of a droopy pizza slice. This is definitely going to be the last build for tonight, and I will let you guys watch somebody else. I will say there's something quite addictive about doing these live streams, though. That's what we have so far. See, we're building the wedge shape gradually. Whoops, don't want to lose anything. Where is the other first slope piece? There it is, hiding there. All right. Yep, like that. Nope, like that. got these unusual pieces here. This bracket piece. But we also have this bracket piece, which is more standard. Where is the other one? Where'd the other one go? Never Too Old wonders if the pizza has mushrooms, bacon, and pepperoni, and double cheese. It looks like it's just pepperoni and olives, I think. Although the mushrooms could be hidden underneath. Who knows? That's it there. And it looks like it has plenty of cheese on it. Okay, I noticed the difference between the bracket pieces. This one I just added. It allows a stud to sit flush with the plates underneath it, whereas the other one provides an offset. I think that would just complicate things if that was an actual Lego piece. Why do people like pepperoni? I like pepperoni. It's not the most healthy thing you can have, but I mean, I like my meats. I like the saltiness as well, I suppose, and the pepperoni oil. I mean, I personally like it, as you may have guessed, but not everything is to everybody's taste. I understand that. And I gotta say, I actually do like anchovies. Pepperoni's not that spicy, actually. I guess it depends where you get it from, but it's not really spicy. It's flavorful, but not spicy. Okay, yeah, I got it right. Yeah, I think the word pepper and pepperoni is somewhat misleading. But that's just my opinion. Well, anchovies were an acquired taste. I actually had them under duress for the first time because, well, the story was I went to a restaurant. They had a choice of starters, and the one I wanted was unavailable. And the only one that I could possibly stomach had anchovies in it. Never had anchovies before that, but I actually liked them. And I have had pizzas with anchovies on them since then. Pineapple only belongs on a Hawaiian pizza. Just for the record. And it's okay. I mean, people like what they like, right? There are some foods that I would absolutely refuse to eat that other people would really love, and vice versa. Okay, maybe I got that bit wrong. Okay, I misread the instructions. Okay, back in business. All right, I'm curious now. What is that food, Alexandria? Bryn Bricks, how are you doing, sir? Thanks for stopping by. We're building Never Too Old's pizza from ZURU MAX right now. And as I was saying before, these builds are actually very, very involved. Oh, you don't like beetroots? That I can understand. Definitely understand that. I used to hate beetroot when I was a kid, but then I realized that the beetroot that I had when I was younger was pickled, so it tasted more or less of vinegar than more than beetroot itself. Oh dear. Not good news about the phone dying, but excellent news about the collaboration live stream. I saw that you did one with LEGO Therapy as well last week. That must have been an excellent experience though. Alright, so now we are building the topping of this pizza. It looks like lots and lots of cheese, although the color of the cheese looks rather dark. They must be using that American cheese. Okay. Oh yeah, gotta check out these. I gotta check out these Star Wars things that Never Too Old did. At some point, I probably should set up Streamlabs. I know a few people are using Streamlabs for doing streams, but that gets around the the restriction of having to use a mobile for streaming. I don't like that either. But I guess for some people it can't be avoided. Oops. I think that's... Nope, that fell off. Cool. So So I think Never Too Old expects Britain Bricks to go to war, because he's gone as far as preparing a TIE fighter. Must have told him you're a pilot in a former life or something. No, I think it's in relation to the Star Wars themed laser etching that he's been doing. Okay. So yeah, we have lots and lots of cheese on here, and it looks like it's laid on really thick. Oh, I remember I should actually show you guys what I've been doing. Looks like this so far. Could almost take a bite out of it right now. So now we've got a detailed view of how we're meant to place these tiles on the pizza slice. Right, so I'll do the red tiles first, excuse me. Nice big piece of pepperoni. There we go. And these are strategically placed so that the pattern will bend along with the pizza slice. Alright, so that's the red tiles, and then we've got to break these rings off. It's an interesting use of parts for this thing here. You just snap onto the studs like that. Whoops. I've dropped one and I have no idea where it's gone. Damn it. And we've got to use all 4 of them and there's no space. Yeah, I have no idea where it's gone. Never mind. We'll just say that Never Too Old ate it. One last bit, no, a couple of last bits. It's in the Lego zone. That's another idea for a song, I guess. What happens to those stray Lego pieces that drop onto the floor and you can't find them? I'm pretty sure most of us have had that issue. Alright, so that is the pizza builds. And again, well, it's the pizza build without that that piece that I dropped on the ground, on the floor. But yes, no stickers. It's a solid looking pizza slice. And you can have it straight up like this, or you could even bend it, bend it slightly to have a more natural look. Like that. You can almost taste it, can't you? Now unfortunately you can't fold it sideways New York style, It looks kind of convincing, doesn't it? I can't lie, I would actually take a bite out of this now because it does look rather tasty. But yeah, it does look cool, and of course you can bend it like this, or you could have it flat, as in a day old pizza, that kind of style. And then obviously you can expand on this to have different kinds of pizza. Maybe add something for mushrooms, pineapple if you must. As a matter of fact, if you take some of these blue tiles or even the yellow tiles from the birthday cake, you can even suggest that they're moldy. Let's not do that though. Alright, so that is the pizza slice. That is the pizza slice from ZURU MAX. Whoops. That's part of their snacks series. That's the only one I have from that series. And so in a future live stream, we're going to do the final 2 sets from the home series, which is the espresso machine and the bookshelf. With that though, I'm going to call an end to this live stream, and thank you guys for playing along once again. It was good to do 2 live streams in a day, but hopefully it was enjoyable for you guys as well. So until the next time, which is most likely going to be this coming week, this has been SilentMode, maker, artist and LEGO enthusiast, encouraging you all as usual to do your thing.